Hello, my impatience. It is I, Andrew the Android Kowalski here. I am live and I'm ready to perform for all of you. How art thou? How art thou? Ooh, so I need a new razor. I definitely need a new razor because my previous razor broke. And yeah, I really need a good shave. I really need a good shave. La la la. Like you already said that though. You said that in a prior live stream. Okay, fair enough. I could go somewhere tonight and do something. I don't know. Yeah, I'm live again, Christopher. How are you doing? I changed the razor blades, Giant Big Lighter. I change the razor blades every so often. Sauce says, "Come down here. Where are you located?" Yeah, you got to change the razor blades. You know, Christopher says he just spent $16 on food and it was absolutely disgusting. Sorry to hear that. My mother made lasagna for dinner, which wasn't too good either. It was pretty gross actually, but I ate it. Hey, it's better than hospital food. At least it's better than hospital food. It was all hard and there was too much cheese and there was too much sauce. My mother's lasagna was pretty gross, quite frankly. But at the end of the day, she's cooking as a favor to me, so be thankful. She doesn't have to cook for me at all. So it was pretty bad, though. I mean, no offense. I know she gets all offended if you criticize her cooking, but realistically, it was like, yeah, it wasn't very good. Lasagna. Yeah, maybe that's what I could do this evening to occupy my mind. Maybe I could go to the supermarket, get some ground beef. Somebody says stripe. Well, these are my gym shirts. I'm wearing this because I don't plan to do anything this evening, and I plan to go to the gym tomorrow morning. So that's the reason I'm wearing the striped shirt right now, because it's my gym shirt. It's my workout shirt. I like the yellow one better, but I got a stain on it, so I threw it in the wash. And I can't do a load of wash for just one article of clothing, so I'll let it sit in there till tomorrow. Yeah, if I had to rank the colors, I like the yellow and black striped shirt, followed by the red and black striped shirt, followed by this one, the black and white striped shirt, followed by the red and black striped shirt. Somebody says the red one is nice. Yeah. How are you doing this evening, Peter? Somebody says I didn't get a notification. Yeah, interestingly enough, for whatever reason, they said some of my videos were age restricted, so people haven't been getting notifications when I go live. I hope to get this resolved soon. I submitted appeals or whatever. I don't know. YouTube isn't notifying people when I go live. All right. So he says, age restrict the videos yourself. To be honest with you, kids don't belong on this channel. This channel is rated R, 18 and older. Fair point, fair point. So he says, kids don't really belong online in general, but especially on your channel. The internet. The internet. My teeth. La 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 la. Oh, you know, should I go somewhere tonight? Where should I go? If you were me, where would you go? To be honest with you, I want to get some alcohol, but I had alcohol 2 nights ago, and I don't want to get dependent on. I don't want to fucking develop an alcohol addiction, so I don't think I'm going to do that. I'm at like a crossroads here. I could go down the drink every night path, or I could go to the never drink and stop drinking. I don't want to get dependent on alcohol. So I think I should go down the not drinking path. That'd be the smart path to go down. Make the right decision. Don't get an alcohol addiction. Somebody says drinking would be like a metaphorical suicide for you. Yeah, stop drinking, Andrew. You already struggle enough with mental health addiction. You don't want to get a alcohol addiction on top of that. That'd be a nightmare. Once in a while, if you're out with friends, but don't drink alone in your apartment for the hell of it. You know, Giant Big Letter says, I don't even mean metaphorical suicide. I mean, it would literally be the end of you if you started drinking. So stop. Put the brakes on. Stop drinking right now. Put the brakes on and stop drinking. Oh. You don't want to become an alcoholic. That's the last of my problems. You know, that's the last of the things I need to add to the list of problems. Somebody asks, I mean, not yet, but I just drank alone 2 nights ago, and I'm starting to wanting, you know, I want to drink more and more because it's fun and it entertains me. But I'm like, I'm drinking alone, and if I start drinking alone every night, I don't want it to become an addiction. You know, like I said, I'm at a crossroads. I could go down the fuck it, I'm going to get an alcohol addiction, or I could go down the just stop drinking. And I think going down the stop drinking path is the wise way to go. Chiba Chiba says, get a job, then you can drink every night. Oh. La, 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 la. I think abstaining from drugs and alcohol is the way to go. I don't use drugs, but I've been drinking recently, and It's kind of bad. It's kind of bad. Some Yeah, somebody says your parents are like the alcohol police. If they catch you drinking, they're like, "We're gonna kick you out of the house." I think it's hot air, but my parents threaten to kick me out of the house if they catch me drinking, but they're not going to. Hey, Rusty, how art thou? How art thou, Rusty? Ugh. Where should I go? What should I do? Where should I go and what should I do? So my mother gave me lasagna. I don't know how the portion was, but I'm still kind of hungry. Where can I go? I don't want to eat too much though. I don't want to get fat. I just got a nice pair of slim jeans. Yeah, to wear at my mental health program. I'm going to be starting a mental health program in 2 weeks, and I got a nice pair of slim jeans. It's like the first day of school. I got some new clothes for my mental program. Like, you know how you everybody wants to dress up really nice for the first day of school? Well, I'm going to dress up really nice for my first day at the mental health program. I'm going to put on my finest pair of jeans, a nice button shirt. I'm going to dress up really nice for all the schizophrenics and bipolar patients. I'm going to dress up really nice for all the mental patients. So he says, "Are you going to actually give it? Are you going to actually give it a fighting chance?" Yeah, I'm going to actually try this time. So he says, maybe you can meet a hot bipolar chick. You never know. Stranger things have happened. Stranger things have. Ah! Oh no! What happened to my screen? Is my computer broken? Oh no! My screen's off. Uh-oh. Guys. Oh, there it goes. It went back on. Oh, what the hell happened? I think my screen's burning out. It went back on though. Is it a plug or is the screen frying out? Is the plug broken? Oh, well, it happened yesterday too. I think my screen's on the process of going haywire and burning out for good. I might need a new computer screen. Oh well. Someone says the backlight is going out. Someone says the HDMI is loose. Let me check back here. The HDMI appears to be plugged in. Somebody says it's the FBI. It's law enforcement. I don't think so. I think the screen is burning out. Might need a new computer screen soon. So he says the satellite man did it. So he says your spicy content attracted the feds. Maybe. Pretty soon they're gonna have me Even though I'm involuntarily celibate, pretty soon they're going to have me like the Long Island Naked Dude, creating spicy content from his home. That'd be the news report. The Long Island Naked Dude. So he says, Mama legit could have hacked your computer, though. That's fair. That's fair. Maybe my computer's hacked. Maybe we got hackers in the house. Anybody want a live performance of Apples? No, I checked the HDMI giant backlight. The HDMI is plugged in. It's plugged in the back of the computer screen, and it's plugged into the back of the computer too. It's not the HDMI. Yeah, I can drive to the new mental health group by myself. I have the ability to drive there by myself. I got to get my car inspected by the end of June, though. I don't feel like doing it, but I got to get it done. It's an adult responsibility. Make sure you get your car inspected. You got to make sure you get your car inspected, because if you don't, it's very bad. Very bad. So he says, why is it such a big thing? It literally takes 10 minutes. Why is it a big thing? It's not. I just don't like doing things. I like sitting in my room crying, why is my life not happening? It's what you got to do in life. You got to handle these adult responsibilities. And once you start handling adult responsibilities, eventually ladies will want to date you. It's just an inspection. Right now, my washer fluid is very low. I keep getting a check engine light saying, your washer fluid is nearly empty. And I'm like, yeah, that's annoying. I don't feel like filling that up. So they're going to definitely say, you need more washer fluid. So he says, Andrew wants everybody to do everything for him. He doesn't want to live his own life. Andrew wants everybody to live his life for him. He doesn't want to take charge of his life or do anything. So he says, just open up your car and pour some washer fluid in there. So he says, it sounds like a metaphor. You just want everybody to spoon feed your life to you. But nobody spoon feeds you anything in life. You're entitled. Nobody. You got to go out there and take your life. You got to go out there and make your life happen. Nobody's going to take care of you, Andrew. You got to make your life happen. Somebody says, you need a mother. You need somebody who's like a mother who takes care of you, Andrew. Yes. I need a mother to take care of me. Well, not literally my mother. Well, my mother is literally taking care of me. But I need somebody who's like a mother, who's maternal. So he says, chips are bad. I actually told my Mom, take a hike. I'm not going to eat the junk food today. But now I'm getting a sugar craving. Now I'm getting a chocolate and chip craving. My mother was like coming here with mountains of junk food. I'm like, get rid of it, Mom. I don't want to eat the junk food tonight. Somebody says, you would send you would have your girlfriend inspect your car for you. You'd say, yo, go. Or I'd have a woman who bosses me around. Who's like, Andrew, you have to do it. You have to go and get your car inspected. I'd say, okay, honey. Okay, I'll do it. But I need somebody who just like lives my life for me, you know? She'll boss me around. She'll be like, "You need to get your car inspected, honey. Go do it now." Like, okay, honey, I love you. She says, "Why would you want that?" Patrick says, "So you are incapable of doing anything unless you're spoon fed?" Giant Big Letter says, "Why would anybody want that kind of relationship?" I don't know. So it's like you can't even drive and get your car inspected. You gotta live life. So he says, why would anyone do that? Like you can't even get your car inspected. Say that out loud. I'm saying it out loud. Giant Big Letter. So he says, and you gotta treat your father better too. You know. Yeah. All right, guys. If you were me, where would you go tonight? Where would you go and what would you do? He says jail. Why would you go to jail? What does that mean? What does that mean, Andy? So he says the mental institution. Literally anywhere. Rusty says I'd sit inside and do an hour live stream. So he says, better yet, go nowhere but take an Abilify and Lamictal. Giant Big Letter says, I would go to Eisenhower Park and do a walking stream. That's an interesting idea. It's quite a far drive, but that's an interesting idea. Maybe Seaman's Neck Park? I would walk the Jones Beach Boardwalk. That's a little bit closer than Eisenhower. Or is it Wanto Park? Which one has the Jones Beach Boardwalk? Giant Big Letter says, do something. Do anything. Somebody says, there's two paths in life that you can take. You can live life, have tons of life experiences, travel the world, and live life basically. Just have tons of life experiences. Or the second path I took, just sit inside, pour your life down the drain, don't socialize, go nowhere, do nothing, and cry about how you've had no life. I'm taking the, no life path, where most people take the tons of life experiences path. So he says nobody does what you do. Well, basically, people who don't take any any life experiences and just sit inside. I mean, that's the path I took. Just sitting inside, sitting in a solitary fantasy world, daydream land, Joanne Greenberg world, like schizoaffective hell. That's the path I took. Like fantasy world. That's the path I took. The path I took is Joanne Greenberg land. Schizoaffective hell land. Somebody says the Trolligar noise wins. La 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 la. Somebody says, you never even read the book I Never Promised You a Rose Garden. You never even read Joanne Greenberg's book. Well, Dr. Garrett said it was like me, apparently. Apparently it was like me. You never even read it. You never even read it. Fair enough, Giant Big Letter. So he says, there's a movie too. Maybe I can watch the movie. See, I want to eat this apple here. I get it's the last apple, but there's a giant black spot on there. I don't know what the hell this is right here. I'll show you why I don't want to eat the apple right here. See right here? It looks like dirt or some shit on here. Would you still eat it? Or would you throw it out? So it looks like it's just a bruise. So Mrs. Wash it. I hope it's not some nefarious psychopathic produce workers. Some nefarious psychopathic produce workers. Okay. So he says, too much work to cut it off? I bit it off. I like apples. Apples are good. They come right from the neighborhood. If everybody's having a good time. I'm not going to sing and eat. I don't want to choke on the apple again. My mother's a sadistic puppet master. The cleaning crew was here yesterday. They said clean your room, wash your body, and feed your plants. Somebody asks, did the cleaning crew steal any pens? I don't think they did. I never found that pen, by the way. Somebody says it's probably up your nose, like the Simpsons episode. All right. I scored that apple in the trash can. I don't know for a fact the cleaning ladies took the pen, but if they did take it, I don't think they. I think they're like, oh, they probably just saw like, oh, if they did, hypothetically speaking, I don't know. Maybe they didn't. They're like, oh, look, it's a cool $10 pen, and they just clipped it, thinking I'd never notice. If they did, I'm not saying they did or didn't. I'm just saying if. Patrick asks, how's getting the life started situation going? Well, Patrick, in 2 weeks, I'm going to this program. I'm getting a new psychiatrist. I'm going to get therapy. I'm getting a psychosocial evaluation, a psychological evaluation. So in 2 weeks, I'm starting this program. Somebody says, if they tell you you need a mood stabilizing medication like Lamictal, will you take it? Yeah, I will. I'll talk to them though first. But I haven't even talked to them yet. I'm gonna have a psychiatric evaluation. I haven't even talked to them yet, so. Somebody says, how long before you start going to the program because you think everyone's too low functioning? Well, I'm going to be optimistic. I'm going to give it a fighting chance. I'm going to try my best to give it a fair fight. You know. Somebody said, well, somebody says, you said that last time and the time before that. Well, I think this time I'm for real. This time I'm going to really do it. Somebody says, we're all rooting for you. Somebody says, even if they are low functioning, it's good he's getting out. It's good he's getting out of the house. He needs to get out of his solitary fantasy world, and he needs to get out there. La 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 la. La 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 la. No, 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 no. I'm in La La Land right now. I'm in La La Land, that's for sure. I need to get out of La La Land. All right, where would you guys go? Should I go get a crumble cookie? Should I go get a crumble cookie? I don't want to get fat though. Maybe I'll ask my mother if she has popcorn or something like that. Maybe I ask my mother if she has some popcorn. What can I get? I can get White Castle, but that's you know. I was talking with people a few nights ago. They said you just got Taco Bell a few nights ago. Don't pig out on White Castle tonight too. So just stop asking your mom for stuff and go and get it. Maybe take a ride to White Castle. I don't really got much in here besides a few bananas and. Somebody says your diet's pretty horrible. Somebody says green beans, steak, then ice cream. Somebody says, is White Castle good? Well, it's not exactly healthy, but it's not exactly good, but it tastes good. Maybe I'll go get White Castle. Are there hidden realities and secrets? I mean, or don't go down this rabbit hole again. Are there hidden realities and secrets? There's no secrets. Somebody's laughing. Ha 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 ha. Here come the delusions. So, yeah, toggle the switch off. I was about to go down where my cousins, aunts, uncles, step family all hanging out with Ralph Macchia, Billy Joel, Kevin Connolly from Entourage, and so on. But then I'm like, just stop. Someone says, here we go again. Where they all live in a life of luxury, but just stop, toggle the switch to off. The Karate Kid? They were all hanging out with the Karate Kid? Hey, Erie, how you doing? They were all hanging out with Ralph Macchio? Well, I guess so. So he says, if they had a pool party at Ralph Macchio's house, you'd have to cry about it for 15 years. Like if your whole family had a pool party with Ralph Macchio, you'd be angry for like the remainder of your life. Maybe they excluded me from the Ralph Macchio pool party. Somebody says that's a good bit. Maybe I was excluded from the Ralph Macchio pool party. So he says they didn't want you to have these powerful connections. So he says stop entertaining the delusions. Toggle the switch to off. All right, guys. I think I'm going to drive somewhere. I don't know where to drive though. But whatever I do, don't get a beer. I guess I could get a. What can I get? Maybe I could go get some sugar snap peas and some sushi from Whole Foods. What can I do? Where can I go and what can I do? I know some people say go to a park and walk the boardwalk. That's healthy. Oh, I hear the ice cream man. The ice cream man is a creep. I hear the ice cream man in the box. Let's see if I can open up the door and you can hear him too. Let's see if I can hear the ice cream man. The ice cream man's a creep. The ice cream man's a freak. Mr. Softy. Mr. Softy's a creep. I don't trust Mr. Softy. He hasn't done anything yet, but I don't trust him. So this is whatever you do, make sure you drive sober. Yeah, no, I always drive sober. Yeah, I mean, because God forbid you drove drunk and you accidentally, struck somebody with a car. There goes your life. You would be going to jail for like the remainder of your life. So you don't want to do that. I know I used to go to a restaurant with friends and they would drink and I would say to family members of mine, I would say, look, I know they're drinking, but if you and I didn't drink because I was on the mega regimen at the time. And I would tell them, like, look, if you drink and drive and you killed somebody, I mean, don't worry about what they're doing, but if you kill somebody, look, you don't want to be the person who accidentally strikes somebody and you're under the influence of alcohol. I mean, because there goes your life. You go to jail for pretty much a long, long time. So don't drink and drive. I mean, you might think, oh, I'm fine. I can make it home safely. But don't drive under the influence of alcohol because God forbid you did actually kill somebody or something like that, accidentally, obviously. Or you're going to jail for a long time, And it's bad enough if you accidentally kill somebody and you're sober, and you don't want that either. But God forbid you're under the influence of alcohol, well, there goes your life. So at the very least, you could accidentally kill somebody and you could be sober, So keep that in mind. You don't want to wind up in prison. I don't drink and drive. Somebody says I don't drink and drive. Somebody says you still drove past the bus when they had the stop sign out. Well, I'll explain to you what happened. That was an accident, by the way. I didn't even realize I did it, but I'll explain to you what happened. So the bus was on this side of the road, and it was a busy road, and the stop sign was out, and I was going past on the right side, and the bus was letting people off on this side. But I mean, it's no excuse. I got a ticket, but I mean, to be honest with you, it was an accident. I didn't intend to do it, but I'll let you know though. They gave me a ticket for it, so like when the ticket came in the mail, I'm like, oh, that's news to me. I didn't realize I did it. I think the moral of the story is drive safely because the car is a big automobile. It's dangerous. Drive safely. All right, guys. Any last questions here? Where should I go? What should I do? Somebody says, go get a job application and apply for jobs. Erie says she's at Jerusalem Avenue in Levittown enjoying a nice swim. Somebody says, you're an adult. Figure it out yourself. That's the first step towards independence. Somebody says, go get some takeout, drive up to your father's and surprise him. That's an idea. Maybe I'll spend the night at my father's tonight. Why not? But I don't think I'm going to. Go get some White Castle and head on over to my father's. Go get some White Castle and head on over to my father's. All right, guys. Peace out. I'm gonna hit the bricks here. I'm gonna hit the old dusty trail. Thanks for watching.